The movie opens at an FBI safe house in Indiana. FBI Special Agent William Cruz resumes the interview with the informant by showing her 2 different photographs, telling her to state the names of the men in the photographs. The informant then declares the names of the men as Hector Álvarez and Adrian Lovell. The informant continues to narrate briefly how she brokered an arms smuggling deal between ex-SAS Captain Adrian Lovell and arms dealer Hector Álvarez. In the long run, she gets romantically involved with them both, and she ends up becoming pregnant. After discovering that they are involved with child trafficking, the mother approaches the FBI to be an informant. The informant is later revealed to be the mother. While the mother is being interrogated at a safe house by FBI Special Agent William Cruz, Lovell attacks the property. Cruz is shot and wounded, and the other 7 FBI agents are killed. The mother saves Cruz's life and crafts a time-delayed bomb. Lovell confronts her in the bathroom and stabs her in the womb before getting knocked out and burned by the explosion from the bomb she had timed earlier. After the ordeal, the mother gives birth to a girl prematurely in the hospital. Special Agent Eleanor Williams informs the mother that Lovell's body was missing and that her newborn daughter will be placed with a foster family for protection. Fully understanding that the child will never be safe with her, she reluctantly waives parental rights of her child. The mother visits Cruz in his hospital room and gives him 3 conditions. The child will have a life as ordinary as possible. She'll get a photo every birthday, and to call her if she is in jeopardy. The mother then moves to a remote cabin in Alaska with the help of her former Army colleague, Johns. 12 years later, Cruz contacts her to meet in Ohio. He informs her that when the ATF busted some of Alvarez's men in Mexico, they found a photo of her daughter, Zoe, suggesting that they're onto the mother. While Cruz and the mother are shadowing Zoe playing at a park, Alvarez's men kidnap Zoe. The mother manages to gun down several of them before escaping the cops with Cruz's help. While Cruz thinks Zoe's kidnapping is for ransom, she knows it was done to lure her out of hiding. Cruz and the mother head to Havana, Cuba, in hopes of uncovering a clue to Zoe's whereabouts. After a lot of chasing, they catch Tarantula, Alvarez's lieutenant, who reveals under devastating interrogation, which later leads to his death, that Zoe is being held at Alvarez's house on the plantation. Cruz warns the mother that she would be walking into a trap, as they both know Alvarez's men will be prepared for their coming. The mother says she doesn't care whatever happens to her as long as she gets Zoe out alive and well. Back at their hotel safe house, the mother helps Cruz clean up the knife wound he got while chasing down Tarantula. The mother then explains in detail how she met Lovell. He recruited her from the army because she was good at her job and she had no strings attached. She later found out that Lovell was not the man he claimed he was. She decided to turn down his request and instead went for a tour in Guantanamo instead. She spent 18 months as the tower guard. There in Guantanamo, she met Hector, who was siphoning guns off the base. She introduced Lovell to Hector to purchase his siphon guns. She later discovered that Lovell and Hector were both hiding something, and she decided to find out on her own. She eventually found out that Lovell and Hector were smuggling small children in containers, which led to her calling the FBI. Infiltrating Alvarez's heavily guarded home, Cruz and the mother rescue Zoe. After Zoe's rescue, Cruz beckons on her for them to leave, but the mother insists that she wants to finish the job once and for all. The mother goes back and looking for Álvarez. She finds him waiting for her in his bedroom. After thrashing out some things, the mother cunningly kills Álvarez by slicing through him from the waist up using a knife and burns down the whole house. While escorting Zoe back home, everything the mother does, including her gaze upon her, makes Zoe realize that the mother is her biological mother. Zoe goes on the internet using her phone and searches for ways to locate or identify one's family. They branch at a store for refreshments. When Zoe and the mother are alone, Zoe asks the mother if she was her mother. With great sadness, the mother answers negatively, even though deep down she feels like telling Zoe the truth of the matter. The mother then decides to part ways with Cruz and Zoe. The mother tells Cruz to return Zoe to her foster parents. On the way, Lovell manages to intercept Cruz and Zoe, but the mother arrives on a bike to intervene. In order to annoy the mother, Lovell shoots and kills Cruz with his own standard-issue FBI gun. The mother notices that the tank of one of the vehicles is leaking. She tells Zoe to run while she quickly throws a match at the car, which results in the car blowing up. She climbs back on the bike and drives through the flame. She picks up Zoe along the way and drives far away from Lovell and his men. Realizing Zoe is not safe if she returns home, the mother takes her to the cabin in Alaska. Before leaving, the mother takes Zoe's phone, picks her foster mother's number from it, and calls Zoe's foster mother, informing her that Zoe would not be coming back home till she is sure that it is safe for Zoe to come home. Then she dumps Zoe's phone in the trash can. When the mother and Zoe arrived in Alaska, they both go to John's Mini Mart for groceries. The mother gives John a heads up of the situation, advising John to be ready in case the fight comes to his doorstep. Over time, the mother teaches the reluctant Zoe by giving Zoe some training in survival skills, self-defense, and small arms. The mother and Zoe start to bond. During one of their training sessions, the mother and Zoe come across an injured fox. Zoe tells the mother to help the animal, but the mother claims there is nothing she can do for the animal. She tells Zoe that some things cannot be changed. If the fox dies, then her cubs will have to learn to hunt by themselves, and if not, they also die. At night, the mother brings some food for the injured fox and her cubs. By morning, the mother wakes up and discovers that Zoe is gone. She picks up her gun and goes in search of Zoe. She finds Zoe playing with the cubs of the injured animal and trying to feed them. Caught unaware, one of the cubs bit Zoe's hand while trying to eat. The mother quickly rushes in and takes Zoe to the hospital. After the treatment, she gets angry at Zoe for telling the doctor her real name. Zoe is beginning to get comfortable and happy with her current situation, but when the mother learns Lovell and a group of mercenaries is coming for them, she decides to leave Zoe, with Johns telling Johns to take Zoe someplace safe. Upset to know she's being abandoned again by her own mother, Zoe is confronted by Johns, who encourages her to see her mother's love through her actions and not her words. Johns further explains that everything the mother has and is doing is to keep her safe. After she finds a letter from the mother, explaining everything she has ever done has been for her, Zoe decides to go back to the cabin and help her mother defend herself from the attackers. Zoe sneaks out of the room and runs to the truck parked outside John's house and drives off. Johns calls out to Zoe so they could leave, but no response. Johns gets to the room and finds out Zoe is not there. Then he hears the truck's ignition and races to the door, but Zoe is long gone. Lovell and his men show up at the cabin to have a final confrontation with the mother. Unknown to the mercenaries, the mother had previously set up mines all over the place. Lovell instructed his men to treat the mother as they wish, but he must be the one to kill her. The men, on their various jet skis, race across the snow in search of the mother. One of the men suddenly blows up after racing into one of the mines. Then Lovell tells his men to be careful as the mother has mined the whole area. Lovell picked up one mine and set it up on a jet ski, setting on a course towards the house, which blew up the whole cabin. Lovell asks his men to search for the remains of Zoe, but one of the men says he sees a girl driving a truck towards the cabin. Lovell quickly tells his men to get him the girl at all cost. One of the men caught up to Zoe and grabbed her, but he couldn't get far because the mother caught up with him and killed him. The mother manages to kill all of Lovell's men before finally facing him. After the mother is knocked out during a hand-to-hand fight with Lovell, Lovell grabs Zoe and speeds away in his jeep. A few meters away, the mother comes to. She picks up her sniper gun and aims at Lovell, who is driving away with Zoe in the jeep. She calculates and takes her shot. The shot hits Lovell and kills him instantly, bringing the jeep to a halt. The mother, thinking she missed, starts crying profusely for her daughter being taken away by Lovell. Zoe, noticing this, pushes Lovell's lifeless body out of the way and quickly gets down from the jeep and runs towards the mother with tears in her eyes. Zoe runs into her mother's hand and they both sob for a while. Now that her former criminal partners are dead, the mother returns Zoe to her adoptive family. Amid tears, Zoe reluctantly lets go of the mother and runs to her adoptive mother, but not before professing her love for the mother, in which the mother does the same. Zoe's adoptive mother gets extremely happy to finally see Zoe after such a long time away from home, after which the mother then drives away. Since there is no reason for her to continue hiding, the mother continues to observe and watch over Zoe from a distance. This was a sweet action-packed thriller of a movie. I love see a badass Jennifer Lopez on my screen. That woman never ages. What did you guys think of this?
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.